Hello, how are you, everyone? Well, the festive as well as holiday season for this month, July, seems like they are over. But the hottest time of the summer still continues. So please be careful and do not forget to cool your body temperature down sometimes by drinking cold water or any other non-alcoholic, that's important, uh, fluid or liquid. Okay. Now, today's first idiom is, uh, well, I think to something slide. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I lied. To let something slide. For example, it means to neglect some duty or things that you are supposed to do. Something like paying a tax or uh, keep the rules or laws, whatever. Okay, for example, one person forgot or didn't do what he's supposed to do. So I can say he should have paid that bill promptly, means sooner, instead of letting it slide. Do you understand? And next is, for example, okay, don't let my interest in your project slide. Okay? It means, okay, you should do your project no matter what I'm interested in. It doesn't matter. So don't make my interest neglect your project. Okay. Or, okay, I also have this experience personally. So I can say the workers of the Japanese governments, whether it's the federal or local, they do not pay any penalty when they neglect their duty. But they certainly try not to let our duty slide, don't they? I remember when I moved, uh, the I submitted the yearly income, everything, and I should have get my money returned because I paid too much money on tax. But then, the new people don't know anything about their jobs. So they sent my application to a wrong place. And they called me and accused me that I had not paid my duty. Therefore, I have to pay, top of that, the additional penalty money together. But I said, excuse me, I already sent my documents and I am supposed to be getting some money paid instead of paying the penalty money because I kept the rule. And they are the one who made mistake and they accused me that I did something wrong. And I said, isn't that unfair that you are supposed to pay me months ago, which you made, I would say, they neglected their job and they didn't pay for many years, like over 6 months. And if you are late, you don't have to do anything. But if we are late even one day, they tell me to pay additional penalty money. And I didn't think it was fair at all. And I told them that I'm recording this our conversation. And if it's necessary, I would like to sue you and I'm going to the court. And also I asked them if I could talk to their boss, which they did not want to, but I just screamed top of my voice. And so finally I could talk to them and I explained to them what happened. And you know what? They are convinced because I made perfect sense. I explained to them what I had to say, and it was a right thing to do. So they paid me the amount of money plus a very small extra. And I think it's finally, I call it fair. But then some of those public people, public workers, they get away from their neglection. And I don't like that because their salaries are coming from our pocket. That means we pay their salaries as our tax money, right? Thank you for understanding. Okay, that's enough of that. Next word or idiom is search me, which is a very informal way of saying, I don't know. For example, okay, the police came and asked me, where did your boss go on his vacation? And I said, well, you can search me because I don't know. And I was not involved in my boss action. Okay, next example sentence. For example, why does the manager always leave the restaurant with a big package? And the people work for the restaurant said, search me. Okay. The last idiom for today is cannot help, but. Can't help, sometimes but. It means be compelled, compelled to, or, okay, can only, or, okay, unable to avoid. So you can say, I can't help. For example, when I was on a diet to lose some weight, but when I saw the potato chips, I couldn't help but eat some. That happens. Or, okay, when my favorite TV show begins, I can't help but watch it. Even when I were, for example, if I were super busy with some assignments or homework. Do you do that? Another sentence, for example, okay, she didn't mean to take the last one, but she just couldn't help it. You know, last piece of the food, something like that. And you know, I'm a big eater. But I remember in the party, you know, everybody, including myself, being very polite, not to take the last portion of very delicious food in an Italian restaurant. But this girl, you know, who just self-invited anyway. I mean, we didn't want her to be there, but she just came without receiving any invitations from us. But then she said, okay, nobody seems to be eating anymore. I'm gonna eat it. And everybody goes like, and we regret that she was being there with us. That kind of things happen sometimes, you know. So, but then we were too polite, didn't say anything because we are just so, how can I say, disturbed with in the fact that she was there already. So we did not want to even talk to her, you know. uninvited guests. The worst case. Okay, last sentence for can't help is that man can't help wanting to win. It's his competitive nature. You know, some people just have to win. But then to become a winner, you have to understand that there are losers too, of course. But they don't seem to understand that. So, Ukrainians and the Russians do not stop fighting because they're just gonna have to become the winners. That's the same for Israelis and the Palestinians. Endless, right? Okay, today's words. The first one is which one? Severity. It means strictness, harshness, or plainness. Well, I would say violence. For example, the severity of COVID-19, I'm not going to put that COVID-19 because I don't like it, so just COVID-19, can be imagined from the fact that so many people died, right? Or the severity of the teacher was not appreciated by the students until they reached the final examinations, but it's too late. Okay. The last word for today is feeble. It means not strong, weak, it means. For example, I heard a feeble cry from the exhausted old lady, for example. Or, well, the guide made a feeble attempt to explain why she had taken the wrong turn in the mountain, but then as a result, the party or the group of the climbers, they all got lost, and that's very dangerous. So if you're gonna go for mountain climbing this summer, be careful, but please enjoy. Take care of yourself and enjoy some the holidays. Bye for now.